Gopijana Ballabha Jai Giri Varadari Jai Giri Varadari Yasodanandana Jai Braja Jararanjana Jai Braja Jararanjana Yasodanandana Jaya Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jai Kunja Bihari Jaya Yamuna Tira Jai Radha Madhava Jai Kunja Bihari Jai Radha Madhava Gopi Janaballabha Jai Giri Varadari Giri Varadari Gopi Janaballabha Jai Giri Varadari Yasodanandana Jai Braja Jararanjana Jai Braja Jararanjana Jayo Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jai Kunja Bihari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jai Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Gauranitai Jai, Gauranitai, Gauranitai, Gauranitai. Gauranitai, Gauranitai. Krishna Balaram Jai, Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram. Jai Radhe Shyam, 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 Radhe Shyam. Jai Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada. Haribo, 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 Taigora, Haribo, 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 Jaya Vrindam, 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 Vrindam. Gol Premanande Haribol. Jayam Vishvambhar Prabhu Jagatacharya Stodara Sada Sisimad Vangre Sisi Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Anandiko Dibashna Vrinda Ki Jai. Rinamacharya Shilari Das Thakur Ki Jai. Premensa Goshi Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Sisi Radhe Shyam Ki Jai. Shri Krishna Balaram Ki Jai. Shri Shri Gaur Nitai Ki Jai. Thai Gaur Premanande. Glorious assembled devotees. All glorious assembled devotees. All glorious Shri Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So today we carry on reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, and this is 89 chapter, and is the last verse of the chapter. And its text 63, which has no purport, and 64, and then 65. Do you want me to conclude up to the end of the chapter? Okay. So, Which one should we read on the board? The first one or the last one? This one, okay. Iti drishani anikani viryaniha pradarshayan bubuje vishayan gramyan jay chatyurjitar makai iti drisani anekani viryaniha pradarsayan bubuje vishayan gramyan jay chatyurjitar makai. Gentlemen. Any ladies, can you read from there? Pradarshayan bubuje vishayan gramyan jay chityarjitar makai. Reading word by word. Iti, thus, idrishani, like this, anekani, many, viryani, feats of valor. Feats of valor. Iha, in this world, pradarshayan, exhibiting, bubuje, Lord Krishna enjoyed. Vishayan, objects of sense pleasure. Gramyan, ordinary. Jijay, he performed worship. Cha, and Ati, extremely. Urjitai, potent. Makai, with Vedic fire sacrifices. Translation without any purport. Lord Krishna exhibited many other similar heroic pastimes in this world. He apparently enjoyed the pleasure of ordinary human life, and he performed the greatly potent fire sacrifices. Please repeat after me. Lord Krishna exhibited many other similar heroic pastimes in this world. He apparently enjoyed the pleasure of ordinary human life, and he performed greatly potent fire sacrifices. This is very interesting translation here, that the Lord, He doesn't like to be God. You can see everyone is after the six opulence, actually after the five opulence of Krishna: wealth, fame, power, knowledge, and the other one is beauty. The last one, I don't know why is the last one, but it should be the first one, because it's an attribute that only God, He can possess fully. Like Lord Chaitanya, He came, renunciation. He came as a devotee. He didn't come as a God. He doesn't like to be God. He likes to serve. So similarly, Lord Krishna in his Prakat Lila, this chapter is all about Lord Krishna coming and submitting himself to the mercy of Mahavishnu. Here the Lord is taking the humble position, even though is the adakshena. Adakshena, it's a very significant word in the, is also to be found in the Bhagavad Gita, Hare Krishna. Actually, this class, I'm just an imposter today. It was supposed to be the class of the beloved temple president, Panchagoda Prabhu, but he gave away 20.
They bumped me.
He made me gazamp his grace. So any mistake I make, please blame him. But by his mercy, hopefully I could say a few words. So where were we? Yes, God, Krishna, He doesn't like to be God. The five opulence. Everyone embrace the five opulence, but the renunciation, nobody likes it. But you could see Krishna in his Prakat Lila, which means manifested pastimes. When He came 5,000 years ago, He came as a human being. He enjoyed it. It's not that reluctantly He took up the position as human being, and He felt that He was missing his position of being God. Lord Krishna exhibited many other similar heroic pastimes in this world. He apparently enjoyed the pleasures of ordinary human life. Commoner. Just like, you walk around everywhere in India, you see a lot of commoners, a lot of people, except sometimes, you see some celebrity that stand out. They have stage presence, what do you call it? If you have a big body, beauty, charisma, like someone like Panchagoda and and Shrutakirti Prabhu, beautiful man, you can see. So stage presence, a very important thing in this world. Then it commands a respect and admiration. But the Lord, He came actually to play the role of human being. Very interesting. Teaching, trying to teach something to us. Please embrace the renunciation. That's why I love sannyasis, good sannyasis, sincere sannyasis or brahmacharis. I take my hat off to them because, it's something very rare in this world, that when you renounce. I was a Sankirtan minister for 30 years for UK and Europe. right? Govinda Prabhu. Govinda is my younger brother. He's a very nice devotee. And there was something, there was a lot of people, they respect you because you have a position. But when I resigned the last year, I started to enjoy life. But I did not resign from my service of going out and distributing books every day, 3 hours a day. So I take care of my wife because she's a bit disabled now. Krishna wanted me to take off my suit, my jacket as a general, and be a devotee, servant. Because at the end of the day, in this world, it's not what we have that goes with us, including positions, beauty, whatever you have, wealth, bank balance, good health. We were talking about good health. Shrutakirti Prabhu, he enjoys good blood, good health. But at some point, we have to face the demise, dwindling, old age, and we have to leave it behind. Nothing goes with us except what we give. It's not what we have that goes with us when we die, but what we give. Prabhupada's words in one of the pulpit in the Chaitanya Charitamrita. So therefore, the nature of the soul is to give, whereas the nature of the mind is to take. When I go out distributing books, I feel happy. When you give, you feel happy. When you take, you feel miserable. That's why Krishna, he gave pleasure to Mahavishnu here in this chapter by giving him respect. You are my God. I am a human being. He found pleasure, like it says in the translation. But not false pleasure, but authentic, because it's boring for Krishna to be God, to be worshipped. So he told Mahavishnu, his expansion, you play the part of God, even when I come. Aham bija pradapita. The same word, you find it, Prahlad Maharaj mentioned this word. Adipurusham, adakshena, sabaibalam balinam chaparisham. Very interesting that Krishna ultimately is behind the power of all the gods, of all his expansions. He's the superintendent. Even though he doesn't like to be God and he plays the human being, he delegates. Just like the word, you find it in the 9th chapter of the Gita, text 10. Help me, Govinda. Maya dakshena prakriti, sviyate dakshena, yak dakshena. If you analyze that word, very important word, Prabhupada said, that makes no mistakes, that Krishna is behind, Maya dakshena prakriti, behind the material energy, the superintendent, it's Krishna. There is a hand behind this energy that makes everything moving. So the hand behind, the power behind Mahavishnu, it's Krishna. Even though he's playing the part of a human being, he empowers him. Because, if you read the philosophy and learn the hierarchy of the gods, the very first one, Adi Purusham, Yadakshena, Savai Balam, Balinam, Chaparisham. The original one, Adi Purusham, it's Krishna. And then Balaram, Savai Balam, Balinam, Chaparisham. Krishna empowers Balaram. These are the words of Prahlad Maharaj talking to Hiranyakashipu. Hiranyakashipu challenges, say, where do you get all this power from? He said, from the same source where you get your power from, You get it from Brahma, but Brahma he gets it from Vishnu, Narayan. But then again, the buck stops there, according to Prahlad. But for us, because Prahlad was on Ishvarya Bhava, no reverence, he was not worshipping Krishna, but Narayana, Mahavishnu. Behind Mahavishnu, it's Krishna. He's the ultimate superintendent. So, this is I feel impotent, to give a little insight on expanding on this verse without any purport. But I've been authorized to finish off the chapter just by reading translation by this beautiful devotee here. And so we'll read the number 64 and then 65, and then we'll say a little something more. The Lord, having demonstrated his supremacy at suitable times, he showered down all desirable things upon the Brahmins and his other subjects, just as Indra pours down his rain. Text 65. This is the last chapter of the last verse of the chapter. Now that he had killed many wicked kings and engaged devotees such as Arjuna in killing others, the Lord could easily assure the execution of religious principles through the agency of such pious rulers as Yudhisthira. And there is the ending here of the chapter. Thus end the purports of the humble servants of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai, to the 10th canto, 89th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled Krishna and Arjuna Retrieve a Brahmana's Son. So you could see here that the whole chapter is about Mahavishnu. He knew very well that even though you are playing the part of a human being, and I am playing the part of God, because at that time, 5,000 years ago, the current God was not Krishna that people used to worship, even the Brijabasis. They would worship Lord Narayan. Mother Jashoda will tell the stories of Nishingadev to Lord Krishna before going to bed. And they had the deities of Narayan in Vrindavan. Some worship, because, otherwise Braj was a godless society. Once I asked this question to Tamar Krishna Maharaj. If Brijabasi, they had not concept of God, they couldn't see Krishna as a God, so that means there was no God. Who do they worship? But actually there was a God, Lord Narayan. But still the love for Krishna, it was actually over gazambing the Aishvarya Bhav, the awe and reverence that they had towards Lord Narayan. It was not important, that kind of worship. It was all playing for them. And you can see that great personalities sometimes they behave a little bit naughty, just like Bhishmadev, to attract the attention of Krishna, he harassed Arjuna. He almost killed Arjuna. Not because, he was an enemy of Arjuna, but he wanted the attention of Krishna. And Krishna, what's the verse, that my devotee will never perish? Govinda. That's the one. Say louder. Beautiful. His devotee will never perish. So he took up the wheel of the chariot to attack Bhishma. You leave my devotee alone. So similarly, another naughty devotee, who is actually none other than Mahavishnu that we're talking about in this chapter, Advaitacharya, he played the part, he wanted anger Lord Chaitanya, so he played the part of a Mayavadi. Srila Prabhupada very often would say, it's better to be a demon than a Mayavadi. Because a demon, they address God, as a person, but they have this asuric bhava, inimical feeling towards God. I'm addressing you that you are a person, but I don't like you. I hate you. That was the mood of Hiranyakashipu, Kamsa. That's a very high mood. You advance by having that mood. It's very purifying, but not to be imitated. To be a Mayavadi, it's actually that if someone is talking to you, have you ever, and you completely ignore that person? It's very hurtful, isn't it? I remember when I first became a devotee, 46 years ago, I saw a young bhakta, the temple president in Rome. He was trying to talk to, he was a fanatic, and he was carrying on chanting, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna. And the temple president wanted help, some service. So he went to talk to him, and he was completely ignoring the authority. It was very offensive, temple president. I don't want to mention names. It was very hurtful because you completely kill the individuality of that person. It's like that person doesn't exist for you. You worship God, but you completely negate the presence of that person. So Advaitacharya, he did that. And Lord Chaitanya became very angry, just to attract the attention. Now we go, similarly, Mahavishnu, the same Advaitacharya, here he stole those Brahmins. Why? Because is he a thief? No. Because he doesn't like Brahmins? No. It's because he wanted the attention of Krishna. He wanted to see Krishna. So these are pastimes, again, not to be imitated. Mahavishnu, because he knew that my superintendent is here, is playing the role of a human being. It was purifying for Mahavishnu to have a darshan of Krishna. Again, he also doesn't like to be God. If you know that, many managers here, if the temple president goes away somewhere in meetings, and then you sit behind his desk, you try to enter his big shoes, it doesn't feel comfortable, isn't it? It's like you're trying to play the role of somebody else. So Mahavishnu felt like that. Wait a minute, it's I need to see you for my own purification. Because he knew that Adi Purusham, you are the one empowering me. Because for those of you who are new devotees, if you read the glories of Lord Nityananda in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, in the preface, Prabhupada gives the hierarchy. Krishna gives manifest Baladev, Baladev manifest the Chaturvyuha, Pradyumna Niruddha, Sankarsha and Vasudev. Then they manifest the Sankarsha and again manifest the Lord Narayan with all the Vaikuntha planets. Then again the second Chaturvyuha is manifested. Again Sankarshan, Baladev. And then from this Chaturvyuha, the old Mahavishnu, the three Vishnu, first Mahavishnu, Kshirodakshay Vishnu, Garbhodakshay Vishnu, maintainer of the cosmic manifestation, and then the Vishnu that enters into the heart of all the living entities in our heart, and he comes and accompanying the Jiva in this world. But what is the source? If you go back, you can see it's Krishna. But Mahavishnu, he plays the part of the father of Krishna and all the living entities. Aham bija pradapita. Not just the living entity, but also the demigods. They're all from Mahavishnu. When the demigods are harassed by the demons, they don't go and pray to Krishna. They go and pray to Mahavishnu. Please, we need help. And Mahavishnu, Aham bija pradapita, he becomes the father also of the incarnation, all the 10 incarnations of Krishna. The Dasya avatar, Kurma, Matsya, Parashuram, Baladev, all those, including the incarnation of Krishna in the Prakat Leela. When they come into this material world, they all come out of the body of Mahavishnu. Varaha, Narsingha, he is the father. So Lord Krishna saw him as you are my God, you are my father. Why you took these Brahmins? Because Krishna, he loves Brahmins. He knew, Mahavishnu, if I take something very valuable, then I will get his attention. He will come, definitely. And he came together with Arjuna. Why? Go Brahmana itayacha. The Brahmins and the cows are very, you try to take those things away or hurt those paraphernalia, and the Lord, he becomes very upset. And that's how he summoned the presence of Krishna to come and see him. But, all the incarnation, they are all from the body of Mahavishnu. Baladev, who is Jayadev Goswami, he expounded, on his very nice, beautiful insight that Baladev is the strength of Krishna. Just like Narsingha is the anger of Krishna, the anger of God. Lord Ram is another Dasya avatar incarnation. He is the morality of God. Every Krishna is got no names, but according to his attribute and quality, he has a personality who embodied. What's the word in English? Embodied that quality, that attribute. It's a person, the strength of Krishna as a person, it's Baladev. Just like Vamana represents the celibacy of God. The celibacy of God, it's Vamana Dev. Kurma, it's according to Jayadev Goswami, is the humility of God. You could see he goes under the ocean, below the demons and demigods who are fighting, for the nectar, again, for the resource of this world. That's why we have all these wars, in the world. You wonder why. It's because demons against other demons. Ultimately, it's because of resource. Formerly used to have war between gods and demons, but now it's demons and demons. I don't want to offend anybody. I mean, there is some good people, some good leaders in this world, but they are overshadowed by the naughty ones. So, it's interesting, that the role played by Krishna as a human being, and he offers his worship and respect to his God. He sees Mahavishnu as a God. Like Lord Ram, he came as a human being as well. He worshipped his inferior. He worshipped Mahadev, Lord Shiva. This is a beautiful quality of God, that he becomes a Bhakti Vatsala. Lord Krishna, the same, becomes the servant of his loving devotee. He washed the feet of Brahmana Sudama. Many times you could see that. So many examples how Lord Krishna, he loves worshipping his devotee. Lord Chaitanya, he came to, is none other. We spoke about the quality of God, Krishna, the word Krishna is the beauty of God. Like we said, Nishingadev is the anger of God. Lord Chaitanya is the mercy of God, the mercy and compassion of God. It's even higher than love, because the body of Krishna is made out of pure Mahabhav, love, which is empowered by his internal potency, Srimati Radharani. It's the happiness of Krishna, the female principle, the pleasure, we call it the pleasure potency. That potency gives pleasure to Krishna. It's just like you cannot separate Radha from Krishna. Sometimes people in the street, they ask, why you God? There is one man, one female. God is a man. No, it's both. Just like, if you go in a corner over there and you are on your own and you're enjoying being happy. Atmarama Jamunayo. Lord Chaitanya enjoyed his own solitude, his own happiness. Because the happiness that you have in the heart, that's Radharani. The pleasure potency is in the heart of everybody. So Krishna, he enjoys his internal feeling. And that's what it means. That's why he's not to be... I have a friend of mine. I almost became a Catholic priest, being brought up in a Catholic monastery. But a friend of mine, he became ordered by the Vatican. So I came to see him. After many years, we found each other through Facebook. And I gave him a Bhagavad Gita, Krishna book. But he couldn't accept you God, has so many affairs, so many, 16,000 wives. What kind of God is this? He could not. And he could not, sometimes people, they cannot understand. You worship a stone, you worship a plant, and then you God, he has so many female companions. People, they don't understand the tattva behind it. So I had to explain to him, that expansion of the female counterpart of God, it's his own happiness. And she expanded herself in 16,000 female, and they all enjoy with God. It's not an adultery, because he's enjoying his own happiness. He's having an affair with his own happiness. He is actually enjoying sensual pleasure, whatever. He can do whatever he wants with his own happiness. How can it be an adultery? Does it make sense? If you don't understand this, please correct me. This is actually the tattva. That's what the acharya, they're trying to teach us. As a new devotee, we read Krishna book. We keep things inside, but we don't say anything because we don't want to upset the guru. And we all have doubts. Why God, so many? Why, there are so many things in the philosophy. But if you carry on reading, everything becomes revealed. Everything will make sense. Through chanting, through reading these books, that's why it's very important. Reading Prabhupada's books. Otherwise, if you just chant and you serve devotees, but without reading these books, then, it's like trying to make a hole in the water. Have you ever tried to do that? It will never happen. But by reading these books, you can make a hole in the water. That's how potent they are, these books. They make you understand the whole purpose of devotional life, what it means to be a devotee of God, a Hare Krishna person. And when you are convinced, then you want to share it. And that's why I go out on book distribution every day, because I would like to give a little bit of hope and light to people. The best book is the Bhagavad Gita. So, the lesson to be learned from this chapter, we do not imitate Mahavishnu to attract the attention of Krishna. We all want the attention of Krishna. We do it by chanting, by service. It's not that, people sometimes, when I was a young devotee, I used to rush, to get space, because I wanted to see God, the darshan of Krishna. But then what? You see God, but you're seeing God, or you're seeing a marble, or some stone, or some wood, or... Let's stop and think about it. We should try to not imitate Mahavishnu. He wanted to see God because he has pure love for Krishna. All the incarnations of Krishna, they worship this so-called human being. He's not a human being, Krishna. He's God. And we follow them. We don't do what they do. We do what they say. Prabhupada, these are Prabhupada words. Great personalities, sometimes they display some unusual behavior. So we don't imitate. We should do what they say, don't do what they do. So we shouldn't try to see God. Even Srila Bhaktisiddhanta said, try to act in such way that God wants to see you. What is that way? Is the worship, try to learn to love. If you don't learn to love what you see first in this world, you can never learn to love what you don't see. You don't see God. Well, myself. Hands up, anyone who can see God. Nobody sees God. That's sad. Sorry. Of course, we see Krishna. Prabhupada, he authorized us to have a darshan. We can have a darshan of God. But do we really see God? So therefore, charity begins at home. We worship devotees first, the spiritual master. Learn to love the things which are dear to God, the Brahmans, the cows. These things we can see. I can see Panchagota Prabhu. I love him. I love that beautiful devotee. He's got strong sadhana. And all his management is actually based on his strong sadhana for many, many years. And he's always very kind, peaceful, and happy. He's definitely very dear to Krishna. If you want to have a darshan of Krishna, associate and hear from those kind of devotees, Shruti Kirti Prabhu. I love him. These are paraphernalia of Krishna, of Srila Prabhupada. These are, and anyone love devotees. What is it? These three, Lord Chaitanya, he told us, he educated us. Learn how to love to Chandara Krishna, how to Vaishnava Seva. And what the last one? Jivadaya. Learn how to love even civil people, people who are not in the process of devotional service. It's a very difficult thing. I am meditating every day. I don't go much to the temple. I live very close to the temple, but because I'm taking care of my wife. But I've shifted my temple into the street. That's my sadhana. I see it. The street is my temple. I go out every day for 3 hours, and the books are my deities. I read the very first book when I get up. I give it to myself, to my mind, to me. I need to be guided, Bhagavad Gita. First convince yourself, and then you share with people. Read one verse from the Gita. My dear Lord, please lead the chariot of my day. He will do that. And then Krishna, 99% of preaching is usually when you get up from the bed and give the first book to yourself, to get out of the house or to get out of your comfort zone. Then the other 1% is done by Krishna, isn't it? You have to prepare your mind to do some preaching like this morning, very inspiring. Janardhan Maharaj, they read the books. He said, these are the things, that I see, this movement is getting prosperous. Vrindavan temple, it's not the environment that is purifying, but it's actually the crown jewel of the activity, preaching. 7,000 books, if you remember. Is correct, Maharaj? Yesterday, 7,000 books. You gave some hope to those people. And how many thousands of plate of prasadam? Pilgrims, they come here, they get some prasadam. Compassion. Give something. Give. Remember, by giving you become happy. Not if you don't preach, then you remain a Sunday feast devotee. That's actually a fact. Because, you join, and then what? It's always the next question. You get initiated. Sometimes in UK I've seen, many, I don't want to say Indian people, my friends got initiated. Oh, I want to get initiation as well. So there's a massive initiations. But then what? And then they need help, pujari work and stuff, but nobody comes forward afterwards. The purpose of the initiation is to initiate your life in devotional service. Try to put on the jacket of service. And so this is the crown jewel of spiritual life, preaching. If you preach, you have life. And everything else is maintained. The opulence will come. Krishna becomes very pleased. When you help someone else to come close to him, that is very auspicious activity. So, we have to become merciful, civil to all, even the demons. You go in the street, you expect problem. I live with this philosophy. One should be civil to all, sociable to many, familiar to few, friendly to one, an enemy to none. So this is actually from Franklin Benjamin, the former president of the United States of America, who got it from one of the philosophers from Roman Empire, originally from Italy, this statement. But it's a good motto. You should be civil to all. And that means, see everybody, connected with God, to Krishna. Sorry, I think we finish here. And we ask, there is about 3 minutes, and we ask if there is any comment from the acharyas of Vrindavan Dham. You should have been the one giving class.
No, you did you did much better job, much better job. Thank you. But to take Sankirtan so seriously and push it for so many years that it gave Prabhupada great happiness. When Pragosh came back to New Vrindavan, Prabhupada was there, and the whole pastime, what Pragosh said to Prabhupada, "Thank you for allowing me to distribute your books." And Srila Prabhupada said, "My Guru Maharaj thanks you, and I thank you." So this is something special that it's not just, okay, I'll just go and I'll go in the van, I'll travel, I'll distribute a few books, but it's a meditation that this is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Sankirtan mission. So book distribution is very, very valuable. I mean, extremely, it's our forefront. That's what Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati instructed: print books and distribute books. So now we have to glorify you for your determination and inspiring in the devotees throughout Europe and England by your good example.
Thank you. Shrutikirti Prabhu, would you like to say?
I think
He's my big brother.
I first met you maybe around 2003, 23 years ago there in the UK by Bhaktivedanta Manor. He would have me over to his house, his wife and him, for prasadam, nice Italian prasadam.
We watched a football match together. Italy against... No, sorry, I shouldn't say this in Vrindavan.
He was distributing books at that time as well, so you haven't changed. And you look the same as well. You haven't aged one day in 25 years. That's book distribution, keeps you very, very young. So we appreciate your encouraging us. It's inspirational, what you're doing. Thank you.
Thank you. Any last word from anybody, a question? Or otherwise we can adjourn the class here. Oh.
Thank you very much, Prabhu. The question is this. What is the difference between Vishnu and Krishna or Narayan? Because the gopis, when they saw Narayan, Krishna manifest himself as Narayan, they don't feel so attracted to Lord Narayan because they want to see Krishna. So can you explain the different quality between Vishnu and Krishna?
Sorry, I don't want to offend you, but the accent, I couldn't... Could you translate it? Did you understand it?
No.
It's a Spanish accent, isn't
Spanish,
it?
yeah.
Spanish, yeah. Could anybody who speaks good English to translate that English? Yes, you understood. What is the difference? Give him a microphone because it's... The difference between Vishnu...
Vishnu and Narayan are attracted to Krishna. What is the difference between Krishna? What is it about Krishna that makes him more attractive to these personalities? In other words, what additional
It's a very good question. Una buona domanda. The reason, this is the whole attractive. That's the name of Krishna. It's not just beauty, but also attractive. If he didn't have that quality, then Vishnu and Narayan, they wouldn't be attracted to him. Usually someone who is a superior, who is not attracted to someone, a neophyte devotee, is the other way around, or a peer, they exchange a realization. I usually get inspired by associating with advanced devotee because they've got something more than me, in plain words. So Krishna has something more than Vishnu and Narayan and Mahavishnu. Otherwise, you wouldn't be attracted. You have to have to discharge. To have a people being attracted to you, you have to possess some opulence. Like a celebrity, either they have a fame, politicians, they're well-known, beautiful people, the actors or whatever. I was actually in an acting business before I became a devotee, Cinecittà in Rome, but I chose to become a Hare Krishna because it's nice to give people, the words of God rather than illusion. So Krishna is for real. It's not an illusion. And everybody in this world is attracted to him, whether it's spiritually, materially, indirectly, even the demons, they're attracted to him because they're all fighting for the opulence of this world. But that opulence is something that Krishna is not interested of, but belongs to him. Adhyakshena, Mayadhyakshena Prakriti, Suyate Sacharaj. He's in charge of this material energy. It belongs to him. But everyone is attracted. It's like a copper coin. You want to be attracted to gold, not copper. Material world is copper. Gold, it's love for Krishna. So these personalities, they also, the back stops with Krishna, in other words. But actually Krishna, he worships his own internal potency. So the highest one is Srimati Radharani. And even higher than Radha and Krishna is Lord Chaitanya. He's the most attractive because the body of Krishna is made out of love, and the crown jewel of that body is Lord Chaitanya, compassion and mercy. These qualities are even more attractive than love. Love without these qualities, compassion and mercy, it's not love, isn't it? Does it make sense to you? Thank you. I think we went over time. Thank you very much for your attention, and all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Ki Jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna.